Rick's Flicks coming at you with another theme park adventure, and we're starting right now. But before we begin, we publish theme park videos on this channel all the time, so hit that subscribe button and that bell notification button so you'll know when another video is ready for you to view. So here's the plan for today. Today's video is actually a suggestion from Andreas Martinez. When he filled out his request for a welcome letter, links below, he suggested that I do a Universal challenge. I'm going to ride all the rides and attractions here at Universal Studios today. I am actually a bit disappointed in myself as I meant to be in the park at 9 o'clock, but I wasn't until the parking lot until 9 o'clock. So the first ride of the day is going to be Minion Mayhem. It is 9:20 and it's a 25-minute wait, about 10 minutes longer than what I was hoping for. As soon as I step in line, there's an announcement that the ride's delayed.
The Minions, however, are looking into the problem and will update you on any further developments. We apologize for the interruption and thank you for your patience.
All is not lost. The ride is up again. I have my goggles and we're getting ready to go into the theater.
Hello, I'm Gru. What's your name? Where are you from? Wow, that might be impressive. Question. And thank you. Anywho, one moment. This is good. But tell the Fario, add more dynamite. I want a bigger boom.
Okay guys, so I just got out of the Minions ride. Pretty fun. I can see why it has a fan base. The 3D graphics on that ride are awesome. I'm not sure it has to be filmed in 4K, but you know, there was the delay in the ride. This has set me back. The day's not starting off so well with the challenge. It is now 10 o'clock. It says it's a 15-minute wait for Shrek, so I'm gonna hop in Shrek, 10:15. Actually, it's 10 o'clock, a 15-minute wait. Let's see how this one goes.
Run for your lives! Oh, rather lackluster bunch.
Yeah, I don't understand what's happening.
Once upon a time, there lived a frightful ogre named Shrek. He lived alone in his swamp, far from those who would judge him by appearance, rather than what lay within.
Alrighty guys, we just got out of Shrek. Not my favorite. Although the crowd I was with, they had a good reaction to it. A lot of first timers probably. I'm not crazy about the pre-show. The voice of Pinocchio really gets on my nerves. Now I'm sure I enjoyed this ride the first time I went on, but it's not something that I want to go on over and over. That's probably why I don't enjoy it as much. But I mean, the 4D aspects of the ride, anytime you got spurted with a little bit of water, the crowd had a good reaction. So it is now 10:32. We're about to get on Rip Ride Rockit. 5-minute wait for single riders, 10 minutes for regular standby. Let's go get ourselves a locker, hop on this Rip Ride Rockit. Alrighty guys, I have just gotten off Rip Ride Rockit, 10:45 now, so that single rider went very quick. I basically just walked onto Rip Ride Rockit. I have to admit though, I mean when the black bar comes across, kind of hits my belly, at the end of the ride I was feeling a little nauseous. You know, I'm probably combined with, you know, I did 2 like 3D VR rides in the beginning and then Rip Ride Rockit, and the way that bar comes across my belly, a little nauseous right now. I might need to take like a 5-minute breather before I head on to the next ride. But it was a lot of fun, and I want to remind you guys that there is a secret playlist. If you hold down that logo, the Rip Ride Rockit logo, for like 15-20 seconds, there'll be a secret playlist. Now you won't know what it is. There is I'll leave a link to a site that's going to give you the playlist, but there's a 3-digit code you're going to have to punch in to get like secret songs. And now on to the Jimmy Fallon ride, I think. Race through New York. I think the pre-show is going to give me enough of a rest to rest my stomach, and I didn't plan on doing this, but I think we're just going to do this in order. We'll go around the park and do all the rides in order, I think. So it's 10:50 in the morning, heading into my 4th ride of the day, Race Through New York, starring Jimmy Fallon.
Guys, you're not supposed to be here yet. The rest of the audience is still outside waiting to come in.
Fine. Let's get out of here. Garrett, take me to the gift shop.
All right.
rides there, but you're only getting one souvenir.
Ew! I want a t-shirt, I want a mug, I want a Hassan the Panda doll, I want a basketball of Popeye.
All right, let's just go. Catch you on the flippity flop.
Why, yes, we will see you on the flippity flop, and the flippity flop has happened right now. We just got out of Race Through New York. Now, another like screen ride. I'm feeling a little nauseous. So I've done 4 rides. 3 of them have been the motion sensor simulation rides. Feeling a little nauseous. And I do want to make note of a special little Easter egg here in the Jimmy Fallon ride. If you know the movie Taxi Driver with Robert De Niro, pay attention to one of the cabs that Jimmy runs into in this ride. That's right, it's him, Robert De Niro from Taxi Driver. But one of the things I do like about the Jimmy Fallon ride is the ragtime gals. And here's a fun little note. So I coached soccer for many years, and there's currently one of the ragtime gals is one of my old soccer rivals. She used to coach a rival team, and sometimes our daughters would play against each other on opposite teams. Sometimes they were teammates. So I'm going to give you a few little highlights here of my old coaching rival doing a lip sync battle. Hit it, Jeff.
Audience, in this head-to-head lip sync battle, each contestant gets one random song and 2 backup dancers.
Picking it up, loving up, never so we turn it up.
All right, that was
Turn it up.
pretty good representation,
Here, right?
Audience, let me hear it. Are you ready? Audience, let me hear it. Are you ready? Battlers, are you ready?
Yes! I guess.
Okay, you go stand over there.
Okay.
Bros, we're gonna have you go first.
Okay.
I think let's do, how about some fireball? Hit it.
That's a good one. Fireball. Here we go. Here we go.
Now baby, give a booty naked, take off all your clothes and light the roof on fire. Tell her, baby, I'm on fire. I tell her, baby, I'm on fireball.
For him.
Yeah?
Good job, buddy.
Right there.
Right there, that's right.
Nice.
Well, there you go. Good job, Jeff. And I will say this about Jeff. He is a better singer and dancer than I ever was, ever will be. But now it is 11:25, so let's move on. Let's go do the Mummy. It's only like a 20-minute wait for single. Actually, it's a 20-minute wait for standby. I'm going to go do single riders right now. Correction, my eyes must be getting worse. It's a 45-minute wait for standby. They are not listing a time for single riders. So 11:25, heading into the Mummy lockers right now. I do need to note that this locker policy from the Mummy looks to be new to me. They will charge you for large lockers now. I think this is a new policy. Okay guys, just got off the Mummy. A world record wait for me in single riders. 25 minutes is what it took. Now the Mummies is one of my favorite rides here. I don't feel like I'm at Universal until I've ridden the Mummy. But I think I've made an error with this challenge. Now when I decided to do it, I didn't come up with a plan or a strategy. I was just going to, as I come to a ride, I'm going to ride it. But clearly I see now, I need to do a video on the best order to do the rides. Because just doing the rides as you come to them is not working. And it's so crowded today. Today is like Monday, December 10th. It's a Monday morning, people, and it is so crowded. Now, I think it's too early for like the Christmas holiday people, and we're far enough away from Thanksgiving that is not having an effect, but I thought I was a Universal expert, and I must confess, I am surprised at how crowded it is today in the wait times. Now, with that being said, I'm not giving up on the challenge, and we're gonna head over to the Transformers right now to continue this challenge. And the Transformers wait time, 25 minutes for standby, but they also have a single rider line. Let me see how long this one's gonna take. Oh, and by the way, the current time is 12:05 p.m.
Welcome to the Nest facility.
Okay guys, that was more like it. Just a 6-minute wait with the single rider line, but it is lunchtime, but I'm not stopping for lunch. On to the Fast and the Furious. I'm trying not to stop for lunch until I get to Springfield. That's the goal. The Fast and the Furious standby is a 20-minute wait. Single rider, a 10-minute wait. So it's not that big of a savings, 10 minutes, but I need every minute I can get. So single rider it is. I think this way I just missed like the pre-show stuff, which I'm not really interested in anyway. I just want to get on the ride. And FYI, the current time is 12:26 p.m. Getting on Fast and the Furious. Single rider wait time ended up being just 5 minutes long. 12:45, getting off of the Fast and the Furious. I'm finally starting to feel like I'm making some progress on this challenge. We're heading to Gringotts right now. I think getting a couple of quick single rider rides under my belt, that's what's making it feel like it's going a little better right now. Gringotts has a single rider. Let's see how fast that one goes. So the standby for Escape from Gringotts is 55 minutes. That makes me a little worried for the single rider line. So as I was getting ready to come into Escape from Gringotts, I ran into a couple of viewers from Trinidad, and they assured me that this single rider was going to be pretty quick today. So hopefully in the time I was talking to them, it didn't fill up with other single riders, because once I get out of this ride, I'm really going to feel like I'm going down the home stretch. 12:54 p.m. in the single rider line for Gringotts. Not too bad, that single rider line for Escape from Gringotts, under 5 minutes, and the ride a lot of fun. I feel like I'm making progress, feeling really good about the challenge right now. The only thing that worries me is when I get over to the Simpsons Ride, because I don't think there's a single rider's line for that. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to the Men in Black, single riders there, grab something to eat in Springfield, and then we'll try the Simpsons Ride. Now I do need to mention an unfortunate incident that happened while I was getting in the Gringotts ride. The person next to me was a little too large for the lap bar to come down and actually close, so they had to be moved. Now the attendant said they were going to find a larger row, so there might be some carts that fit more larger people, but you probably need to know that before you get in the ride, there is a sample cart right out front. Now this cart has a lap bar that you can move down. It will turn green if you fit. It will stay red if you do not fit. So if there's any question whether or not you might fit in that ride, you might want to try that test cart out first. And in other news here in Diagon Alley, they have opened up the owl post for shipping. So they have different size packages that you can ship if you buy stuff here. You can ship the wands, and they do have a stamp, so they sell the postcards and they will stamp the postcards for you. However, they do not have a mail slot yet. Now this just opened 3 days ago, and the gentleman I was speaking to working in the owl post said he's pretty sure that it is permanent and that they will add a mail slot later on. So here's my hope with Men in Black. It's like 1:25 right now. I'm really getting hungry. I hope this Men in Black single rider goes fast so I can get to some food. And it may work out because the standby wait is 15 minutes and single rider is only 5. This may work out for me. Okay, well at least I got the bonus of 100,000. That brought my score up to a whopping 130,000. Jesus, I suck at this game. You would think, being a somewhat country boy from Florida, I'd be good at those shooter games. No way. The wait time for the Simpsons ride is only 15 minutes. Screw food. I'm gonna go do this ride right now. So 1:40 in the afternoon, walking into the Simpsons ride on my challenge day. 15 minutes, not too bad considering this was the one I was most worried about.
Here we are at the vehicle boarding station.
I'm sorry, sir. People with heart conditions may not ride.
Why, I'm in the best shape I've ever... Oh, heart attack! Been in my life. I feel like a 20-stroke-year-old master man, you're a dumb... I'll wait outside.
Well, I have one thing to say about that ride. I spent the last half of it trying not to throw up. I'm not being dramatic. Seriously, I closed my eyes, which did not help, by the way. Just trying not to throw up on that ride. All these rides, that's the last simulation ride, the last like visual, screen movement ride that I have to be on today. Universal, please do not add any more simulator rides. You have enough already. Do them all in one day like I did right today. It's gonna make you sick. Now, what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna power through. I am hungry. I thought I was gonna have lunch, but I'm gonna power through. I think I have 3 more rides to do. I'm gonna do those 3 rides, and then I'll go to the Coke Refreshment Center, do some shout outs. I'll probably hit a lunch up on the way home. So I just spent like 5 minutes trying not to throw up on the Simpsons ride. So what's better else to do? Go to a ride with the name Hurl in it. Doesn't make much sense, but that's what I have to do. It's 2:10 p.m. and we're heading into the Twirl and Hurl. This one and then 2 more rides and I've completed the challenge. I love the Springfield area. I'm just not crazy about the ride options here. E.T.'s Adventure, just a 10-minute wait. We're getting in line right now and it is, let me double check the time, 2:27. The E.T. ride, the Universal classic, Universal's answer to A Small World, in my opinion. I hope it never goes away. I love the ride. Very nostalgic when I ride this ride. I'm a child of the 80s. I love the E.T. movies. I watch it whenever I can. I love the smell of the queue. Now, if I was doing a Rick's Top 6 smells, theme park smells, the E.T. queue would definitely be on the list, along with probably Pirates of the Caribbean. And then after that, I don't know. I would have to come up with 4 more smells. But I'll keep working on it.
Goodbye, big friend. I'm still Jasmine.
Well, here we are, the last ride of the day to complete the challenge, Woody Woodpecker's Nuthouse Coaster. Now, I have been on this once before in my life. I did a Rick's Top 6 kid-friendly rides at Universal, and this was on the list, so I wrote it in. I'm going to ride it today to complete the challenge. Luckily, it's a short wait and it's a short ride. This ride is less than a minute long, so let's hop on and have the last fun of the day. Before I go, let me not forget to do a time check. We got in our first line at 9:20 this morning for the Minion Mayhem, and we just completed, we got off our last ride at 2:55, Woody Woodpecker's Nuthouse Coaster. Let's head over to the Coke Refreshment Center to do some shout outs. And now I'd like to share a Coke with a few of you viewers, those who have donated to our coffee page, bought us a cup of coffee over the past few weeks. First off, we have Diane. Thank you so much, Diane. And then we have John A. Thanks, John. Coming up next, thank you, Pop. And then I'd like to give a shout out to a special little guy from Michigan wearing the yellow Hufflepuff shirt just like me. This Coke's for you, Connor. Okay, the shout outs are done. That means I did it. I did every ride at Universal Orlando. I can't believe it, but I'll tell you what a great way to spend the day. And with that being said, don't miss the magic, don't miss the fun. Thanks for watching Rick's Flicks, and now it is time to relax.
No.